nigga on the planet. Who dropped the top, I call her Janet. Them boys fell off, it's like they panicked.
It's leg day today, and I'm going to try and have a really good squat session. So the first leg day back, I did 80 for 3. Second leg day back, I did 100 for 3. And today, I'm either going to try and rep out 100 as much as I can, or maybe go up to 120 and try 1, 2 or 3 reps there. I'm not quite sure. This is a little bit stupid because I'm not any strong at the moment, and I've just come back. So it is kind of stupid to push myself this much. But I just sort of feel like it, so I'm going to do it. See where I'm at, see how strong I am. I think I sort of need a man up on squats. Obviously I'm trying to be safe and I'm trying to be heavy as well. But there's like a real fine line, and sometimes I'm just a bit complacent. I don't know, it's a mental thing as well. Just 100, I've been doing 100 for 3 to 10 reps for a long time, and I haven't progressed any further than that. And yeah, I don't know, it's a bit of an issue. That's why I'm trying to go real hard today to see just where I'm at and how I can improve, stuff like that. So the idea is I'm just gonna fucking man up today, put some heavy shit on my back, and see how it goes. That's pretty much it. Let's see it. Starting off, we did a warm-up, obviously. Did a pretty thorough warm-up before I started, as you'll see. Because I'm pushing such heavy weight, I really wanted to make sure that I wasn't going to be sore afterwards, or I wasn't going to get injured. This part of the gym is real quiet, and this dude came over, and my phone was on the mat where he was going to stretch at, so it's kind of awkward. Moved on pretty quickly. This is what this machine looks like, just warming up the legs. Looks like real light. Getting into the first warm-up. It's 60 kilos. It's low bar squat. You can see I got my wrist wraps on, and I was just trying this out, see how it went. I was a bit wonky on the first one, and now I'm going to compare high bar and low bar. So on the left is low bar, on the right is high bar. I quite enjoy doing this actually. I saw towards the end of my sets, the bar was kind of like dropping down my back a little bit, so I was a little bit uncomfortable, but it is something that I'm going to try and improve on. So this is 80. The gym was it was real boring. Like, this is what the music sounded like. So that's like boring ass music, and it was Sunday, it was wet, it was cold, it was like 5 p.m, 4 p.m, and it was pretty empty when I got there, and it was just pretty dull, so I'm quite happy with what happened, which you don't know yet. But you'll see, this is 100. I filmed this in slow-mo, so it's got that little flickering in the back, but just ignore that. You see the plates I'm using here, they're quite thin, and if you look at this video here, you can see the plates, or the mid left of the screen, and the plates that I'm using now are from this leg press machine here, and then you can see that's where you squat and bench and deadlift. And I think that has a big thing to do with it actually, a big part of it. I used to use those big bumper plates, and it looks like a lot of weight, and when I first started squatting 100, I was like, yeah, this is mean, I'm lifting a lot of weight. But now I've been doing 100 for a while and I can't progress. I think the thinner plates, they look like they're not as much weight. So it kind of teases your mind into thinking that it's not as heavy. I'm having that little theory. And so I'll test it out over the next few sessions. But yeah. I was hitting 100, I felt mean actually. I felt real good, so I decided to go up to 120. So you will see what 120 looks like. So the 120, let's see what happened with 120 kilos on my back. So you can see how I get set up, belt on, knee sleeves on. First rep, you can see I get all good depth. Come up, I was real happy after that first rep. I thought 3 would be easy. Second, just didn't go up as much. I don't think I was as rigid on the way down, wasn't as tight on the way down. So that's what happened with 120. I got 2 reps, which, you know, I'm quite happy with. It's not too bad considering I haven't done squats in a long time. I haven't gone heavy on squats in a long time. So I'm pretty pleased with that. It's not too bad. I for sure thought that I was going to do 3 though. After I did 100 warm up, I felt pretty good, and I just convinced myself that I'd get 3 on 120. But I only got 2, so I was like a tad bit disappointed. But what can I be disappointed about? I mean, it's good enough that I even hit that weight. So yeah. So this is 120 and 80 side by side, so you can see what they look like. I thought my 120 was actually quite fast, but because I filmed it in slow-mo, the speeds are all mucked up, so I don't know what the actual speed of it was in real time. So I'll show you what it might have looked like, compared it with an 80. So this is sped up a little bit from the previous one, but it's still comparing it with 80 kilos. I must say, 120 felt very manageable, and I think I'll be able to do 120 for 5, like pretty damn quickly, and 140 for 2 or 3 pretty quickly too. So it's a good sign. And then I moved on to a set of 80 kilos just to rep it out, and really tried to go low and just try and get my form back, because I haven't done squats in like a decent amount of time. So the more you do it, the better you're going to be, obviously. So I just thought, a set at 80, just rep it out, why not? I think towards the later reps, I think I was going a bit too low, and especially on the last rep, you can see I kind of struggled. I think I just went a bit too low as it was, yeah, wasn't too great. So leg press, it got real busy actually after I finished those squats, and went into leg press. It's like my 4th set or something of leg press, and there was nowhere to really film it, so you've got this angle for the minute. I think it was like 140, 160 kilos on it, I don't know, didn't really matter the weight. But yeah, I just ripped it out for a little bit. And then I always do like a calf superset. And I like doing this superset. I'll either do it with seated calf raises, or Smith machine, or this machine, where I'll do a set on the machine, and then I'll do like a rep out set afterwards to really just kill my calves. I think this is my 4th or 5th set, so I was like pretty weak and just pretty tired. My calves are pretty sore. Here's just stepping off the platform and just standing and doing calf raises. So after the calves, I did a superset with quad extensions and then hamstring curls, and I did that for about 4 sets, 5 sets, something like that, and that was my leg workout.
The coldest nigga on the planet. Who dropped the top, I call her Janet. Them